And, we got Dan is in, excuse me. Dan is in Canoga Park. Dan. Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment about your, little, tirade there about the nuts. Okay, I'm not sure if I would call it a tirade. Oh, well, I would. You would call it a tirade, of course. And so, what did you have to say? I was going to say that I just don't understand why people leave the nuts in there. What? I don't quite get what you mean. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is the ones who don't need the chocolate, how come you don't just, you know, get rid of the nuts right then and there? You mean swallow them or spit them out? No, spit them out. You know, that is an interesting point. I think it's almost sort of like a mental thing, where we think, okay, these nuts were my chocolate. I ate my chocolate. These nuts are still in my mouth, but since I ate my chocolate, I have to eat these nuts too. I think that we sit there trying to get them down, trying to swallow them, but you know that nuts are awfully pesky things, especially in chocolate. Yeah. So you can never swallow them, at least not right away, and it might take forever. And in this case, I've been sitting there for 25 minutes, half an hour, and it took me that long to say, you know what, okay, this is enough. I don't need these nuts anymore. Sitting in here, you know, floating around in my mouth, you know. It's like my mouth is a swimming pool, and the nuts are the people in the swimming pool. That is extremely disgusting. Why did I say that? I don't know. You said, yeah, I said it. But I just mean that the nuts will just keep floating in there forever and ever, and on 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 and on. And you do raise a good point, you know, like after we have the chocolate part down, why don't we just get rid of the nuts? I think it's just sort of a mental thing, you know, where we subconsciously say to ourselves, okay, I ate this chocolate, I still have the nuts in the chocolate in my mouth, in order to complete the experience of eating the chocolate, I gotta swallow the nuts, something like that. There's some thought process, because nobody does that. You're right. I mean, nobody says, okay, I'm done eating the chocolate, now I'll get rid of the nuts. No, they wait forever until they get rid of the nuts, or they wait forever until, you know, until the nuts finally get down, you know, until they finally can swallow them. And you can think you swallowed nuts, and like 5 minutes later, it pops back up, and you're like, hey, whoa, you know, where did you come from? Nuts are pesky little things. They don't want to go down. They don't want to go down. Seeds, too. Yeah. Like, if you eat, like, a bun with, like, sesame seeds, you get the bun down, you got those seeds hopping all over your mouth forever. And, of course, you know, if you brush your teeth right away after you've eaten, then that should, you know, sort of take care of the whole nut problem. Nuts. When you eat chocolate with nuts, you get a lot of nuts in your mouth. We have a lot of nuts in general today, don't we? And I don't mean just the ones that we eat. Wink, wink. 7 minutes after midnight. We have 54 degrees at LAX. Topics of the hour. Call in. I'm the one creating the topics. Then again, you could create a topic too. So, open forum, basically. You know, we're talking about anything and everything, the little idiosyncrasies of life, because they never get discussed. You know, they're never talked about, and I think that they need their you know, their FaceTime. You know, I think that we need to talk about these little idiosyncrasies of life, you know? there's only one other time when you would hear people talking about the little things in life that don't really matter, and that's when you would be watching Seinfeld. So, but now with this program, you can call in and you can give your own 2 cents about these things that don't matter in life. With Seinfeld, you couldn't do that with Seinfeld. You were listening to these people giving their 2 cents about things in life that don't matter, but you couldn't give your 2 cents. And you know what? You couldn't even, like, step in, like, okay, wouldn't it have been wonderful to, like, to magically step into the television and to say, hey, these things that you're talking about don't matter in the real scheme of things. There is a more important world than this. And that begs yet another question. New topic. Again, new topic. Here is a new topic. If I believe that there are more things in life that are way more important than these little, you know, idiosyncrasies, these little things like, you know, airports that you can't get out of, and nuts in your mouth, and from chocolate bars, and if I think that those are so minute compared to the grand scale of things, why do I spend all night talking with people about them? There's another topic for you. Adam in, Redondo Beach, go. Well, personally, I think that you talk about them just because, when it gets to this night of hour, you don't have anything else to talk. That's true. Basically, this isn't a program. I don't know why I would call it a program. Or not. Because it's not a program, it's just me babbling to everybody about things that don't matter. What they should do is that they should call this the show. Okay. Look. This should be called the guy who babbles about things that don't matter and you can give your 2 cents about them show. I know that's awfully wrong, but that's essentially what it is, isn't it? Ah, boy. Gotta love it. Got to love it. We're looking at 10 minutes after 12. We got 53 degrees at LAX. Temperature going down, down, down. And this cold weather, do you like this cold weather when it starts to get cold? I know some people say, oh, it's so cold, and I'm like, you think this is cold? I mean, there are millions of Americans who would die to be in this locale, in this climate. You know, after, you know, at this time of year, you know? You got people in Minnesota, you know, freezing. You know, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, freezing. Iowa, freezing. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, just freezing, you know? I mean, in some places, there are 4 seasons. It's June, July, August, and winter. And I don't think that people here in LA don't really understand that. Here we have 4 distinct seasons. Well, no, I'm sorry. No. We have 2 distinct seasons. January and summer. Why do I say that? Because January is the coldest month of the year, and it's the only month when it rains. And it rains, I don't get why, it's like, I don't know, it's like just the heavens open on New Year's Day, and it rains relentlessly until midnight on January 31st. It is relentless rain for a month, and I think to myself, why can't this be spread out, you know, over some other months, you know, you know, make it more even. But no, the only time we get rain is in January. New Year's Day starts to rain tremendously, and you notice that, like, you know, that the New Year's Eve is all clear and nice, and you know, it's cold, but you know, it's clear, it's nice. Then you go out to the Rose Parade, and you're like, what? And it's Rain! I mean,